Previously on Unpacked.
Even when Lindo was crying for help, they just stood there and watched.
So then he was stabbing.
He was bleeding profusely because there were so many wounds.
The other hate crime is the fact that people stood by and did nothing.
This is part 2 of the stories of Nombuso Cele and Chiba Mahanoye's loved ones who were victims of hate crimes that led to their deaths. Let's continue to unpack.
We live in a society not where people like that exist, but where people stand by and do nothing. I would be absolutely horrified. You know, you don't need to know a person, you don't need to love a person, but I just think it's so painful what you're sharing. Did Lindo name his attacker?
There was no need because, remember, he was with his friend, Mamgo. And Mamgo's sister was also at the spaza shop. Also, the owner of the spaza shop was there. People who were outside, they were watching. They all saw him.
So is it somebody that the community already knew?
Yeah, he's in my mom's community. He's in the same area as my mom's house.
And, you know, are we aware at this stage if he intentionally went out going after Lindo, or it was just, oh, I see him, I'm going to do this?
Due to the fact that his friends, the perpetrator's friends, after the incident, 2 of them came to my mom to say how sorry they were because this guy has told them before that he wants to finish Lindo off because he has never seen such he never called him handsome. He says he's beautiful. Never seen such a beautiful guy who's being loved by so many people with such a lovely voice. So everything about Lindo to him was perfect. So he wanted to stab him and he wanted to make sure that he leaves him wheelchair bound. And he wanted to make sure that his face has a lot of scars in such a way that whoever knows him cannot recognize him. So they said they thought he was just saying that, but now that it has happened, if they knew, they were going to let the family know earlier.
I am in shock. I think what's so scary is the hate crimes. You know, we always want to think about what is the motivation.
Yeah.
And I can't tell. I think the motivation is self-hate. That's what I think the motivation is. But if we try to delve into the details of what it is that you're sharing with me, it sounds like this person was in love with Lindo, but could not admit to himself his own love for him, maybe because he was not out as homosexual. Yeah. And he had to do that because he was dealing with his own internal demons. I don't know what you think.
This is what the family also thought, and we still believe in it. No matter what he says, no matter who says what, we still believe that was the cause or the reason.
I'm in shock. I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. So now you say everybody had seen this person. This person ran away from the scene.
From the scene.
Yeah, they ran away from the scene. So then what I'm going to do on that note, I want to find out from you. You also knew this person. It's from your own community. When did the police case now get opened where you could name the person?
On my side, because Linda, I'm injured.
Yeah.
The case was opened around 11 in the night. So the incident happened around 8 o'clock. So the perpetrator apparently bamotwere ki community. So
after the same community that watched him do this, then Bamutswer.
So they dealt Liena. Then, about 11 o'clock, I had to get everything ka hospital. Then, ka police station. Then, just to point out the perpetrator. Then, Toketi Bule. So, for now, the my case, Sibuki.
And Ukotronkong or
Yeah.
Ukotronkong?
In custody, Maponesa.
Without bail.
Yeah.
When, which month is it going to be the case?
The trial, it'll Kalakadi 2 August next month.
And the charge Sahai again?
It's murder, attempted murder.
Do you feel confident ka case yet?
Yes. Yes. On my side, I feel like justice is taking its course. Because everyone wants to see the guy early in jail. During the case, and the attended as bouquet. So, ununa le batho be le gore ba tla ho nna ba tlo supporta gore ba bontshe magistrate gore you know, this guy, we don't want him like outside anymore. So it was, I think ke luck for now, because most of the cases they fell especially in our cases the LGBTI. So ke luck, and I'm hoping for the best or Haria High Court, because it's coming to High Court. To justice because already
Has he said why he did it?
I've never met him.
Since
I've never met him.
Mapolisa haven't come to you to give any information or legal nothing.
They came. So apparently, or he was not aware.
As in temporary insanity.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So for now, aware, because it was something. Lindo ubuile something. Yore kintelo unanta bua like during the day hore yena o tlo bontsha batho ba bang hona le batho ba ile gore ba motella around. So until the time it's actually.
So it is premeditated. We will.
Yes. Yes.
Nombu, so in the case of Lindo, what's happening with that? Was the family able, because you say that the community knew the person, when did the police actually find them and apprehend them?
Midnight of that same evening.
How
did they find him? When he was trying to pull the knife out of Lindo's eye, the knife also cut him. So it cut him to one of his veins. So he had to go to hospital. So one of his family members was actually Lindo's friend. So he is the one who told the police that he's gone to hospital. And because he was running away from the police, he never went to the hospital in our township, but he went somewhere else, which is far from Umlas. He went to Chatsworth Alpekan Hospital. So when the police got the tip off, they went there and they found him there. So he was arrested.
And, where's the case now with him?
He was sentenced on the 31st of March this year. He was sentenced to 25 years imprisonment. And we were told he could be getting life sentence, but because this was his first criminal offense, so they couldn't give him a life sentence.
Did he ever admit guilt?
He admitted that he killed Lindo, but he was not admitting the fact that it was premeditated. But after the judgment and stuff, it was clear that it was premeditated, and it was clear that it was hate crime.
Nombu, so you said something that the person was claiming that it wasn't premeditated. So what do they say it was?
He was saying that on the 1st of January 2020, He was at Mamgo's place, Lindo's friend, with Lindo, Mamgo, and other people, and they were drinking. So he claims that Lindo and Mamgo spiked his drink. This is something that he was told by somebody. And he claims that the following day, or 3 days down the line, he could feel something coming out of his private parts at the back. But now he thinks it's because he was raped, because somebody did tell him that Lindo and Mamgo spiked his drink and Lindo raped him afterwards.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So he has accused
this
Lindo
person-
of raping him.
Yes. So this person he was referring to when the police went to him, because obviously he was going to be needed as a witness. He said to the police he would rather make a statement because he has never seen this guy in 2020. The last time he saw him was 4 months before the end of 2019. So whatever he was saying, he was just telling blue lies. So even the people from his side, from the perpetrator's side, there were people who were witnessing this. So it was clear that he was just telling lies.
What did the community have to say to the family?
Well, they were saying that they were sorry, but sorry doesn't help and it doesn't bring anyone back. Because I understand it was difficult maybe for one person to come in between Lindo and this guy. But for the community to stand and watch, those people could have done something. But for them afterwards, some of them to come to our family to pay their to give us their condolences, it was something that we regarded as disrespect because they were there. They could have done something.
And that is the difficulty of the hate crime. Is it happens so brazenly open because a person is so comfortable knowing that no one will stop them.
Interfere.
Yeah.
What have you lost, Chiba?
Sure. I've lost a lot of things because now I have to rekikale almost everything without you. We are used to it everywhere we go. Even the twin lovers, and so no, it's very difficult for knowing some of the things because some of the things need you to again, especially around Katlung body chores and all stuff. She loved everything in Uayita. So no, I have to rekikale especially happy it will be quite difficult to happy for now. So I've lost I get it. It's very painful this day. So and I said nothing like he lose it, but sorry because she was the only child of me high. So me I will lose it like Tongulung. She also had children. So
Everybody's lost.
Everyone is lost. And to see the children happy on every now and then.
But how old?
10 years. They are 10 years, the other one is 11 years.
Yeah.
Kibanyana.
Do they understand what happened?
They do. Yeah, they do. So, although it's difficult to know Renoche Harsana me, and it's quite difficult for Bono Bakatla happy this side. The very same place looking in Kidim. So it's quite difficult. It's it's something.
Nombu, so what have you lost?
Oh, I've lost a son because even though Lindo was my sister's, he was my child. He spent most of the time with me, even when his mom was still alive. So I've lost a son. Also, I've lost a daughter because with him, he would say, if you feel like calling me son, call me son. If you feel like calling me daughter, call me that. Whatever that you're comfortable with. So I've lost a son, I've lost a daughter, I've lost a friend. I've lost, Lindo was almost everything to me. I've lost a friend. The family has lost a lot. We have lost a lot. Lindo was a blessing. But we never thought that he would leave us at such an early lifehood of himself. It's too much. It's very difficult. We are coping, but it's difficult. Life is never the same without him. There's still a lot of things that are happening in the family that reminds us of him. He will forever live in our hearts.
Have you found a sense of justice and closure?
Yes, I have. The family has as well. Although we were hoping that this guy could be sentenced to life imprisonment. But 25 years, although it's not much, but it is something. I'm hoping that this guy will learn a lesson for whatever years that he's going to spend in jail. They will teach him something. And it's even better for us as Lindo's family, because some people, they do not get justice. Justice was never served for some people, because I believe there are a lot of people who suffered the same loss that you are suffering. There are also a lot of victims out there who survived, but whose lives will never be the same again. Because when people do something wrong to you, they take something from you. So for some families, that's never got justice. We are saying at least we are lucky, because from day one, I made sure that I attended Lindo's case to the last day. It took 13 months for this guy to be sentenced to 25 years. But I made sure. There was a time, I remember this, it was beginning of November 2020. If I'm not mistaken, the Monday was November the 2nd. So that whole week, I was going to court 5 consecutive days. To go there, sit there for almost a whole day, and to find that the case is postponed to the next day, from Monday to Friday. And this was not just happening with us. It is happening with other people as well. And it is then that I felt why people sometimes just leave things unattended. They don't follow up because of the loved one that they've lost. They do not follow that up. Why? Because of the things that I was seeing when I was going to court.
What does that mean? The things that you were seeing.
I might be wrong, but I've realized that when it is a case for the LGBTQI person, it's never taken seriously. This is what I witnessed. It's never taken seriously. And believe you me, if it wasn't for the people of LGBTQI, I would have never, I don't think the sentencing would be as much as it was. Those people are there for each other, and I really thank them a lot. I thank everybody that was supporting me day in and day out, because I think some families just drop the cases because they do not get support from my family. Because 2 months down the line after Lindo's passing, I lost my mom, I lost my brother. So I was left alone with the children. So from my family, the extended family was there. But I've been going to court day in and day out on my own. It was only towards the end of the year that I saw few members of the family coming to support. But the LGBTQI people were there every day without a fail. Whenever it was Lindo's court case, they were there. Most of them, I will find them there early in the morning without a faith. I just want to thank those people very much. And I would like to say to Chipa, I'm so sorry about your loss. I know what is happening. I know what you are going through. We are going through the same thing. Believe me. Thank you.
Oh man. There are no words, Khutsidisa. I think I just take comfort in knowing, Khore, just to reiterate what you said, Nombuso, is that there is hope that the wheels of justice are turning. It breaks my heart to hear you say, Khore, what you observed is the justice system doesn't take it seriously. And we know, we see it, Twitter conversations, Twitter activism can only go so far. What needs to happen in real life is active justice, because at the end of the day, it's not just a murder. It is an active hate crime where a person is being killed for who they are. A person is being killed for who they are. They have the equal rights
To live.
to be here, to be walking this earth. And I hope and pray that there's a day that our Constitution can be reflected in how justice is executed.
Yeah.
Do you have any final words, Nombuso?
I would like to say thank you for having me, and to people out there. I believe that Lindo's case has opened a way for everyone now, because I can't say this has come to a stop. Also, I've attended some funerals after Lindo's passing of the people who were killed because of who they were, of who they are. I would like to say to people out there, please, everybody has a right to live the life that they want. Who are we to judge people? We are not God. And also to the victims, I would like to say justice has prevailed in Lindo's case. And I believe that if you push harder, you will see justice being served. Thank you so much.
Final words, Chiba?
I would love to thank everyone, Lorraine, who unsupported from day one at the 12th of February 2021. While LGBTI, they've been there day one till the last time in the Relebogile court. They were there. And I know and I pray, hore, this COVID is kena in between, because we need people like that. And I need people like that to support me. One way or the other, we have to babeting. And my communities, the elders of the community, they've been there. They've been supportive. So my family as well, the family bonang. I have to keep. Yes, dintho tse ding ha di tlo change hore maybe bonang a kgutle, but then nna ke batla hore ntato a thole se le goreng se mo tshwanetse at the end of the day, because o breakile dipelo tse ngata. So yeah, ke hona ho fela.
Nombuso, Chiba, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
My condolences to the both of you. I'm so sorry for your loss. Re la le lona, ka nnete.
Thank you. I forgot to say thank you so much to all Lindo's friends. Thank you. To all the witnesses. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And when Osanale Casey,
Yeah.
the justice system will do what we hope for it to do.
Yeah.
And Loena, you must have the strength to go through that process of having to relive such a painful day in your life over and over again.
Lina, I pray. This is my prayer every day. Harata munaka pos. Abo. Hara choose or maybe some of us hara choose or be end up the really the way kati. Now I was born the way killing kati. So I just felt ore is ki feel ore nka etsa some of the things still ore maybe Duela on the other side. So, ha re se ke ra tshabang ho phela maphelo a rona the way tlamehile re wa phele ka teng. So, forward we have to and then ho be na le di awareness, body pride and all stuff. They need to be there who educate about, so that at the end of the day we live freely. Then le batho ba re accept the community. Yeah.
Yo, ke a leboga. Nombuso, thank you so much for coming and to share about Lindo Gushe's story. Thank you, Chiba, about sharing about Bonang's story.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I hope and pray that the wheels of justice will turn and continue to turn and address each of these cases one by one with the justice, the sensitivity, the constitutionality, the fairness that they require. These are hate crimes. They are not just murders. And as you can see, they leave painful and destruction behind them. And I would like to personally dedicate today's episode to all of the lives that have been lost, all of the victims of hate crimes against the LGBTQIA+ community, especially the lives of those that we never hear their names and we never see their faces. You are seen. You also were a person that was loved, that was known, and you had every right to be here. I'm so sorry to all of your families, condolences, but we definitely would like to dedicate today to all of you that didn't get to be a hashtag, all of your names that didn't get to get known, all of your faces that didn't get to get seen. This is for you. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.
Next time on Unpacked.
She put the candle next to the pillow where I was sleeping.
So Mama ran in and rescued you.
Apparently she came back and she didn't even have a scar.
Do you ever have things like nightmares?
Reliving that moment, it's a very difficult thing for me. I screamed and no one really heard my cries.
Unpacked with Relebogile Maboja. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 p.m. on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Television edited broadcasts weekdays at 5 p.m. Open up to S3.